to my life, and my mind was now suspended between two very opposite planes of reality. Because I could not identify the position of my body in space, I felt enormous and expansive, like a genie just liberated from a bottle. What a wonderful expression of what it is. And my spirit soared free like a great whale gliding through the sea of silent euphoria, nirvana. I found nirvana. I remember thinking there's no way I could ever be able to squeeze the enormousness of myself back inside this tiny little body. But I realized, but I'm still alive, and I found nirvana. And if I found nirvana and I'm still alive, then everyone who is alive can find nirvana. And I picture a world filled with beautiful, peaceful, compassionate, loving people who knew that they could come to this space at any time. And that they could purposely choose to step to the right of their left hemispheres and find this peace. And then I realized what a tremendous gift this experience could be, and what an insight this could be in how to live our lives. And it motivated my recovery. So who are we? We are the life force of the universe, with manual dexterity and two cognitive minds. And we have the power to choose moment by moment who and how we want to be in this world, right here and now. I can step into the consciousness of my right hemisphere where I am the life force power of the universe and the life force power of the 50 trillion beautiful molecular genuses that make up my form. At one with all that is, or I can choose to step into the consciousness of my left hemisphere, where I become a single individual, a solid, separate from the flow, separate from you. I am Jill Bolte-Taylor, intellectual neuroanatomist. These are the we inside of me. Which would you choose? Which do you choose, and when? I believe that the more time we spend choosing to run the deeper inner peace circuitry in our right hemispheres, the more peace we will project into the world, and the more peaceful our planet will be. And I thought that was an idea worth sharing. Quite bloody right. And that is someone experiencing what I'm saying here, that we are decoders of information, and this is an illusion. It is a decoded holographic illusion. And this bridge, the corpus callosum, is a target for those that manipulate us big time. When we take psychoactive drugs, I did it twice, about 2003. It was quite an experience, but I don't feel the need to do it again. What is happening is it's affecting the way our brain, mind, bodies decode reality. And it is opening up a wider range of frequencies. And that's why we experience extraordinary things. How can this be? This is not real. No, it's not real here, but it is real. And other times you access frequencies that are so far out there, the left brain can't work it out. I call it bugger me time, you know. Bugger this, I can't work this out. And you get these kind of amazing concepts and energies and consciousness coming at you, and the left brain's trying to work it out. Well, you've got to decode it into something, you know, and it's like, all right, it's a turquoise eagle eating a Big Mac. Okay, I'll do that. And then you go, hey man, I had an incredible trip last night. I saw this big turquoise eagle. It was eating a Big Mac, you know. No, that was bugger me time. It couldn't work it out, mate, what was going on. And this is the target. The left brain, the soldiers on the door. This is a key to understanding this conspiracy. The whole of society is structured to turn people into left brain prisoners who experience reality through that version of perception. Apartness, division, I am Charlie Smith. I must jump over everybody. To succeed, I must be a success. People must say you're successful. That's my identity, that's my sense of self. And so what they do, look at the system. If you want to progress within the system, this left brain society we live in, then you have to be very, very good at passing exams. You go to school, you pass exams. And what are you doing in exams? You're taking information given to you, you're putting it in the left brain, you're holding it, you're regurgitating it out on an exam paper by telling the system what it's told you to believe. If you're very good at that, you go to university. If you're really good at that, you go to Oxford University or Cambridge or Yale or somewhere, unless you've got a few quid, in which case you go anyway, like George Bush. Anyway, And then you choose your speciality. If you're very, very good at university at passing exams, boom, 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 then you get great degrees, and then you get your speciality, and you go into being a doctor or being a scientist and being even a politician, all these people. And therefore, all these people that are in the positions of power within the institutions that control and dictate the reality and direction of society are all, by the time they get there, fully paid up prisoners of the left-sodding brain. That's why scientists can't get it, most of the mainstream ones, because they're so in ear. How can they understand concepts of reality in ear? They can't. That's rubbish. I can't see it, taste it, hear it, or feel it, so it can't exist. But it does. No, it can't exist. And I'm a scientist. I'm clever. And so, if you look at society, you'll see more as the months go on. You are looking at a society designed to put the centuries across the entrance to that. So this doesn't talk to itself, and they don't become whole-brain people. We become prisoners, and that prison is the prison of the left brain. That's what it is, essentially. René Descartes, the French philosopher and mathematician, said this about finding a way to express self-identity. I think, therefore I am. I would take it a stage further, and I would say at the body consciousness level, I compute, therefore I am. What we're being subjected to is mass hypnosis. Mass hypnosis, just like the stage hypnotist and the stooges on the stage, where the hypnotist puts into the stooge a programmed version of reality, a belief in reality. And then what happens is that belief edits reality to fit the belief. So suddenly they see an elephant in the audience. There's no elephant in the audience, but there is in their reality. They taste a potato and eat a potato and taste an apple, because although the electrical signal of the taste of the potato has gone to the brain, the imposed belief, the program, recodes that signal into the taste of an apple. The person is tasting an apple while eating a potato, because this is what MSG does in food. They call it a flavor enhancer. What is it? It tricks the brain to decode more taste than is actually in the food. That's what it is. And we're dealing with a mass version of hypnosis on the people of this world. Paul McKenna, he's a hypnotist and works with the mind of people, television shows and stuff like that. I watched, maybe I saw this. It used to be on the internet. I don't know if you can see it now, but it was from the Top Gear program on BBC. And if you haven't seen it, what happened was this guy, Richard Hammond, he was put under hypnosis by McKenna. And the first part of it was they were out filming at a racetrack. And of course, once you're put into a trance, a programmed reality, you lose the memory of being put into the programmed reality. That's how it works. Nothing's happened to you in your mind. So Hammond's just about to get in a car to drive McKenna around the track, and McKenna just went like that with his fingers, and Hammond went, boom, gone. And McKenna said to him, when I bring you back to a waking state, or words to that effect, you're not going to be able to know anything about how to drive a car. He's come back, he has no idea that's happened. Sits in the car, got the key in his hand, doesn't know what to do with it. Completely lost. Doesn't know the first thing about driving a car. So they come back to the studio live here, and they have a laugh about it and everything, and Hammond thinks it's all over, but, you know, McKenna's sitting there and everything, and then McKenna does the same thing in the studio. Hammond, and he tells him that this car, this toy car, is actually his real Porsche 911 Turbo or something, some flash bloody car. And he goes over and he gets into it, thinking this is his real car. That's what's going on in his mind as he decodes reality. And then Jeremy Clarkson drives this one into the side of this one. He reacts as if he's just pranged his real car. Why? Because reality is being decoded in his mind. And to him it's real. And that's what's happening to us all the time. We're asleep. We're in a trance. And that's why it's so appropriate when people say, I'm waking up now. I can see it. As Voltaire said, so long as the people do not care to exercise their freedom, those who wish to tyrannize will do so. For tyrants are active and ardent and will devote themselves in the name of any number of gods, religious or otherwise, to put shackles upon sleeping men. And of course,